Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back to Aries Studios. We're on this side, baby girl. We make things shake.
Alright, you have your notebooks and your pen and pencil? Alright, so class is in session, so pay attention. So here, as per usual, in every single video, I start with my eyelids. So I start out by carving out with the concealer my eyebrow bone. And then I use that same concealer to really fill in the eyelid space so that the color can make it more pop. And I do this with all my clients, not just with myself, but I really take my time because I want that crisp line that every MUA does with their client. And now I'm just filling in the entire eyelid with the concealer. Yes, it's very, very white, but because I'm using bright colors like green and I'm using like a shimmer gold, I want it to pop even more. So I'm taking the Morphe's flat brush. Love it. The concealer, 10 out of 10. I will say that I love that it doesn't dry very fast, the concealer, because you're able to move it around and place it how you want it to place it. You know how there's certain concealers that dry up very fast, that if it's there, it's up and it's stuck. Baby, she's manageable and very buttery. So Morphe, you did your big one, honey. Now I'm taking the same concealer and outlining the eyebrows above so that it's already carved out and it's already in a way that when I go in with the pencil, it's already shaped for me. Now I'm going to take this Morphe palette, I showed you the name, in that brown, and I'm only taking the brown where you see in it, right in the inner corner of the eyes. I'm not taking it everywhere because I want it to be detailed. I'm taking another brush, which is smaller, in that same palette I showed you earlier, and I'm putting that brown where I placed the first brown at. Very intentional. Those two colors that you've seen at the very beginning, I'm using the first fluffy brush to make it at an angular way. Now I'm taking this Morphe palette, a new one, with this, it's giving neon green. I want the makeup look to reflect the nails that you could see here. And I'm packing it on with the eye packer. And when I say, baby, it packs, it packs. I cannot get over how much this small brush packs on and deposits the color. Then I'm using another brush here, and I'm using the second brown that you seen earlier to darken it up because I want it to look a certain way. I'm doing the same thing that I'm doing in the inner corner. I'm using it at the wing, as you can say. Now I'm taking this black eyeshadow with this eye detail brush and being so precise, and the deposit on the eyeshadow plus the precision that I'm doing to just place it in the outer corner without messing with the browns shades that I've had. That was the purpose of it. I just wanted to make it pop. And this brush, 1,000 out of 10, baby. Now I'm taking another Morphe palette and I'm using that rose champagne shimmer. And do you see the color pigment? I was shocked because I do have chrome on my nails and I wanted something, a glitter or a shimmer that reflected what I was looking for, and it packed on like butter. Now I'm gonna go in with this navy blue shade for my waterlines, and I feel like it just made the color pop even more. Now I'm gonna take the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer, and wherever I see like little red spots, dark spots, I'm gonna go and dab it, and then I let it dry for like a minute or two and just use my finger to melt it into the skin so it doesn't really move. You can definitely do this. Use the color theory, okay? Now I'm gonna use this foundation by NARS in Aruba with this Morphe brush. And when I say, baby girl, with 2 pumps, 3 max, honey, like my whole face and my neck, got it. Like, do you see? No patchiness, nothing. Like, just straight foundation looking melted into my skin. Like, wow. Like, you could see my expressions. Like, I was shocked. Like, just because I'm a Morphe affiliate, I may not love all the products, but honey, the brushes, 8. The brushes, I feel like everyone needs to get it. Link in bio. So yes, I'm just packing on my foundation, and I'm gonna go with concealer. I go in with the one size in like 33, and then I go in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever in like a little darker shade, because the one size is too light for me. And I did go back with the one size to brighten up even more. I have a video separate already that's already on my social medias and on YouTube on how I place my concealer, my contour, and my brush. So you guys could go check that out after this. So again, I'm being very precise on how I'm putting my concealer placement, simply because I want it to look snatch, honey. The purpose of concealer is to highlight the under eyes, the cupid's bow, underneath the chin, the middle of the forehead, and the bridge. So that's like your main attraction, right? And I'm here using the Makeup by Mario in medium contour stick. And you want to contour to make the face look slimmer. You do not want to go below your cheekbone line, because now you're going to look rounder and bigger. You want the contour to make you look snatch. And when you are contouring, you make sure that you go up, not down, because then it's going to look very, very muddy. And take your time to blend everything out. I did not go out and straight blend out my concealer, because I let it sit for like 5 minutes or so that it can really give out pigment. I leave my nose for last because I'm going to show you the next trick that I do. And then I'm going to go in with concealer at the bottom, the leftover concealer that I had, and I wanted to snatch it up even more and have that carve out look. Now I'm taking this Rare Beauty in Hope, very nice and mellow pink, because I wanted the eyes to be the focus. I didn't want the blush to really like be that dramatic, to be honest. So I took something that was very light, mellow. Now I'm taking this concealer brush, and honey, I had 5 minutes with this concealer, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I let it dry too much, but no. That girl put it in that work, honey. She worked hard and ate. The concealer is tea, baby. And then here you can see me patting it and like crazy. Look at it. Like, look at the difference. Do you guys see that? And also, stop playing with my skills. I'm really that good. Do you see that? Do you see that? The blend? Wow, I was like really, really shocked. I feel like the product also helped, but whatever tools you use is really gonna make or break it. I'm using this brush to add back some color into my life with the Morphe 8T, and I'm gonna use another brush to pack on the blush. Now, I love the one size because it really melts the powders into your skin. And honey, very tea. Then I go in with Charlotte Tilbury to spritz. I go with a lot of sprays, honestly, because I love to bring back life into the skin and really lock in the makeup. Now I'm taking this Morphe Continuous 16-hour spray. And honey, yes, she is tea, baby. Very much tea. And I spray till I look like I'm wet as fuck, like a dog. Then, because I laminate my eyebrows, I didn't go in with any color, but I went with this Morphe sculpted eyebrow gel thing, and honey, she stayed on to the max. Like, what? It lamed me my eyebrows like no tomorrow. And here I'm using the new Morphe Signature lip liners. This is in the color Signature, crazy enough. And with the Morphe Drip Glass in Nude Dip. And I went in with a nude because I wanted the eyes to pop out even more, honey. And Morphe, 10 out of 10, baby. Like, what? Look at the lips. Juicy. Look at the eyeshadow, guys. Like, what? I'm really tea. But yeah, that is the final look. I hope you guys, if you would love to book me, all platforms, social media, Aries Studios with 2 S's at the end of studios.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him fuck 12, fuck